It is time. Bethesda has graced us with another Creation Club release for Fallout 4. This one has a little bit of hype behind it too. The Capital Wasteland Mercenaries Creation Club add-on promises to take you back to the ruins of DC. More specifically, the Galaxy News radio building that has become pretty iconic from Fallout 3. With 8 new mercenary outfits and 2 of each of the Fallout 3 outfits featured, the Veteran, Troublemaker, Charmer, and Adventurer styles are available. As of this video, Bethesda has been in quite some controversy, some of which involving the price of many things they offer on the Atomic Shop for their newest game, Fallout 76. And I've seen a lot of people express concern leading up to this release, with rumors flying that it could cost up to as much as $30 American. Some of you will be happy to know that on the surface, it does not seem like Bethesda used the same tactics here with Fallout 4. As this update is available for 750 Creation Club points, which can be purchased for roughly $8 from whatever platform that you use to play Fallout 4. I would caution not to let this mislead you about the price though, as the lowest amount of Creation Club points you can buy is 750. This, to me, kind of speaks to the nature of current Bethesda and leaves me a bit torn. I am happy it is available for what I am considering to be an affordable price. But something in the back of my mind is telling me that they did this with the price just to rope in people that would have laughed it off if it was much higher. Either way, this is a fair price for what is featured. You receive some fresh new clothes and a new game area that is sure to hit you right in the nostalgia. So the price does seem fitting here. Before we go much further, I want to say that I plan on covering this pretty extensively in this video. So it's safe to say that the entire quest will be spoiled for you if you watch the rest of it. I made sure to explain that the price is fair before we jump into my personal feelings and the actual quest. So you have been warned. We start this off like any other Creation Club. A quest appears and gets added to your log. The quest, the Good Fight, is telling us to go investigate the Lynn Pier parking structure, which is located just a bit southeast from Hub City Auto Wreckers. In perhaps a sign of things to come, I was attacked by gunners as soon as I fast traveled to the Auto Wreckers. After dispatching the degenerates, I made my way to the Lynn Pier parking structure. I was greeted with more gunners, one even wearing a set of power armor. At level 65, I made pretty easy work of the group. And after the battle, the quest marker led me to the body of a woman named Sparrow. A note on her corpse informed me that her group had come from DC looking for help against the Talon Company mercs. Her group had been attacked at the GNR station after they sent out an SOS to fight the Good Fight. What they got were gunners from the Commonwealth. And upon contact, it didn't go well. The note went on to explain that if the Good Fight meant anything to me, I would fly the nearby vertibird to the Capital Wasteland and help against the Talon Company. At this point, I was actually pretty excited. I was seeing references to the Good Fight, which led me to believe we might see a familiar face. The plot point of taking the vertibird did seem a little odd. The Sparrow person had no idea who was going to end up finding her note, and to think that some raider could have just as easily have found it, and they wouldn't know how to fly this vertibird. But luckily, I'm the motherfucking sole survivor. I have the power of God and anime on my side. So I quickly flew to DC to see what we were dealing with here. Arriving at the GNR Plaza, I could see a firefight was still underway. I made my way down to ground level fast and tried to help the best I could against the Talon Company. My new friends, the Good Fighter Mercenaries, were having a bit of trouble. I was able to get in and do some business, but the casualties on our side were grave. Just when I thought the battle was done, the Talon Company had another trick up their sleeves. A vertibird. That's right, it seems the past 11 years has been pretty good to the Talon Company, as they seem to have the same firepower and resources that the Brotherhood once strived for in this area. After bringing down the bird, it was now time to loot what I could find from the area. I found a lot of Aqua Pura and some holotape logs on a fella named Wasteland Joe. He talks on and on about meeting a troubled DJ, and I actually got more excited. At this point, I was pretty confident I was going to be meeting the icon himself, Three Dog. Various hints to the Good Fight and talks of this DJ character only fueled the fire. It was time to enter the GNR Plaza building proper. Inside, I found more Talon Company mercs, even another in power armor. The quest had tasked me with fighting my way to the recording area. My excitement was building. I took my time and started to look through the terminals and logs that I could find, and all of which started to explain the backstory of this group, the Good Fighters. It turns out they heard about the Good Fight, or at least one of them did, some kind of sleazy 10 charisma ghoul, but my excitement started to fade. This group seems to be talking in the past tense about the great DJ. Then, I stumbled upon a room that gave me some goosebumps and even made me feel a little emotional. I walked into an office filled with concept art for Fallout 3, and these pieces are immediately noticeable as there's nothing else that looks like them in-game at all. Though on their own, they're cool enough. It's a great nod to the past and to a game that, if you really break it down, started it all. Fallout 3 launched the series into the mainstream, so it was pretty monumental to say the least. And that isn't where the Easter egg ends though. I recognized this art as soon as I saw it. It was done by Adam Adamowicz, the former concept artist at Bethesda Softworks, who sadly lost their life to lung cancer in 2012. In fact, this whole office is based and modeled after his. And this is a touching tribute, and it meant a lot for me to see it. His work is incredible, and he should not be forgotten. Making my way up to the broadcast area, I could tell I wasn't going to be seeing Three Dog. The only task I had was to turn off the SOS signal, and after doing so, the quest was complete. As it goes for the absence of Three Dog, I was a bit disappointed. Keep in mind, before starting this add-on, I had no expectations of seeing the old boy. But after a bit of time in the quest, it almost seemed inevitable that he would be there. After all, it's only been 11 years since the events of Fallout 3. I highly doubt Three Dog kicked the bucket, and it seems very odd to me that he would just give up the good fight after embodying it for so long. It felt like a big missed opportunity to me. Bethesda wanted to pull at the nostalgia strings with this add-on, so I figured that would be an in-game everyone would be satisfied with. You meet Three Dog, he gives you some trinkets, and then the quest is over. Few lines, but maybe the voice actor was busy. Perhaps he has other projects and wasn't available for such a thing. Well, I happen to be friends with that 6'6", beautiful hunk of a man meat himself, Eric Todd Dellums. So I reached out and I asked if Bethesda even contacted him about this. They did not. This, by far, was the most disappointing part for me. Something about the quest made me really feel like we were going to see old Three Dog, and he would tell us how DC has been since the events of Fallout 3, and instead we got nothing. I switched to turn off GNR, almost like a sign to let go and move on. Turn it off and leave. Moving on to the rest of what is featured here, overall I felt like the map looked a bit rough. Keep in mind, Bethesda pretty much shut down a Capital Wasteland mod overhaul that would have brought all of Fallout 3 into the Fallout 4 engine, just so it would not conflict with this piece from the Creation Club. The mod in question looks miles better than anything this pack has to offer. Nothing against the mod authors who were putting work into these Creation Club things, but it's hard not to compare. Speaking of comparison, the layout and structure are widely the same from Fallout 3. Some things have been added and removed, but overall, when looking at them at the same time, you can see that they did an excellent job of recreating the area. But one thing Creation Club modders have over regular modders is the ability to use old Bethesda assets. Bethesda has a rule for mods that states you are not allowed to use any textures or assets from any other games, including theirs, when making mods. Creation Club modders need not worry about that rule, which really allows for the scrutiny of this area. With so many resources in their hands, it is strange they made something inferior to the other mod. The clothes that accompany this add-on are great. They look beautiful and fit into Fallout 4 well, with the classic ones giving you some great nostalgia. They also do not compare at all to the mods released by like the Fried Turkey recently that adds all of these outfits and more for free to your game. One of the costumes is broken anyways, making the legs of the person who equips it disappear. Overall, I was left feeling a bit disappointed by this Creation Club update, though that may just be my own expectations. I can't help but think that there was a huge missed opportunity here for a Three Dog cameo. The outfits are a nice touch, especially the Talon Company armor, but those two had issues. The game crashed as soon as I entered the GNR building during an autosave, and it corrupted my save file. So I had to play through twice essentially, which is something that should not be happening with these mini DLCs. If you want to take a ride and check out GNR, it looks nice enough, and it's a great throwback. The outfits make it a little more enticing, but the quest is utterly void of life or anything interesting. After playing it, it just felt like another cash grab on nostalgia with no real effort. Is the price fair? Yes, because it has to be. Though I would like to see someone at Bethesda explain how a power armor skin in Fallout 76 is worth 2.5 times as much money as this is. It really shows what they think of our nostalgic memories. Thank you all for checking out my review on the Capital Wasteland Mercenaries Fallout 4 Creation Club release. And I hope you liked what you saw, and if you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up on the video because it really helps out the channel. And if you want to see more content on Fallout and related games, subscribe so you won't miss out. And I want to thank my patrons and YouTube channel members, because without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. And I want to thank my biggest supporters: Kim Jong-un, Fireflare, Mark Train, Craniac Gaming, Mr. Fantastic, and Jay of the Jungle. If you want to see your name in the credits and even get a shout out, you can support the channel more directly by checking out the Patreon page and the YouTube channel members below. Thank you all again. I will see you on the next one. It has been Mantis.
I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' touch the sky.